In the last episode, I talked about finding two paintings on our last trip up the Central Coast of California. One of them was that beautiful watercolor by Othello Michetti. The second one we came across quite by accident. We were looking around an antique mall and looking for a painting. We thought we found a pretty nice, pretty decent California Impressionist. It was done in about 1920. One of the dealers walked over and asked us what we were looking for, and I said, basically, we're looking for old paintings. And she said to me, well, would you be interested in a William Wendt? Now, of course, William Wendt is a huge name in California Impressionism. One of the big California Impressionists that lived in the Laguna Beach art colony. And I talked about him in episode 1 of A Painter's Palette. This is the painting. This is called Santa Barbara Ranch. Quite a lovely painting, a really good signature, quite typical of William Wendt. Very pleasant little painting. It didn't come like this, however. I've mentioned many times when you buy an old painting, don't change the frame. But somebody had already done that. Somebody had put a modern frame on this 19th century classic by William Wendt. So, despite my rule of not changing the frame, someone had already done it. So I wanted to get a frame that was more appropriate to the period. And this is the frame that we had custom made to suit this beautiful little study by William Wendt. Again, Santa Barbara Ranch, painted in 1902. I know he was up in the Central Coast area around that time because he did paint Hollister Peak. The painting is in the Los Angeles Museum of Art, and it's quite large. This is just a little field study. So its value is nowhere near what a full-size William Wendt would be. This particular size, though, I did some checking on the auction records. This particular size of painting, very similar subject matter, they sell for between $10,000 and $15,000 at auction. So we think we did very well with this. I won't tell you what we paid for it, but it was a fraction of that amount. Happy hunting for your paintings.